remember we said if we have a double bond with a trans shape, you can get sort of a linear molecules that will pack tightly. The cis are bent and kinked and can't do that. So when they pack tightly, that makes a more solid kind of fat and increases the possibility that it will deposit. We'll have a solid buildup in our arteries, which isn't good for us either. So trans fats are bad. And to solve this problem, there now are laws in various states, including New York, which minimize the amount of trans fats allowed in food. So when you go to McDonald's or Burger King or something, they've been sort of forced to cut down on trans fats. And one way to do this is to use more of the oils from plants that are monounsaturated. As, for example, this one we were looking at, the olive oil is monounsaturated. So just start out with something like that, you don't have to do this chemical processing. And then people are also trying to find different reaction conditions that can convert the polyunsaturated to monounsaturated without producing so many trans bonds. So this is a big item in the news and in the law, and you will occasionally read about that. My doctor recommends that his patients use Smart Balance. It's sort of a type of margarine, but it's particularly better than some others. There are no trans fats in it. Okay, see, no trans. And so it's non-hydrogenated. People are not, it doesn't include any of these artificially created fats produced in a factory. And so that's one of the nicer features of this. Trans fats, 0 grams if you look at the composition of this material. It also has 0 cholesterol in it. So it's the spread that you have to get a little bit used to it. It's fine once you've had it, for a few days, then you don't miss the other kinds of margarine or butter. So Smart Balance. A lot of vegetable oil being used in its manufacture. Now, omega-3 fats are believed to be good. These are what we said were in walnuts or in flaxseed. It's not as well understood. It's believed that they may compete with some of our enzymes that make these omega-6 fats. We talked about eicosanoids last time, and we said that we'll have another discussion later in the course that there are many biologically active materials in our body that are made from this arachidonic acid, which is omega-6 fatty acid. And too much of those can then have lots of physiological effects on you that you may not want. So it's believed that possibly a good aspect of the omega-3 fats is that it competes with the enzymes or competes with omega-6 for these enzymes that would make all these physiologically active compounds and therefore minimize the synthesis of all these things if you compared to a diet where you're eating a whole lot of omega-6 to feed into those pathways. It's not as well understood. Now here's a type of food that's going to advertise that. This is from the tuna, as we said, it's a natural source of omega-3 lipids, a kind of food eaten by Eskimos that seem to have less heart problems than the general population in America. And so they advertise that it has a very small amount of the omega-3 fat, and they do advertise it. I probably have to read over here. And there's supportive, but not conclusive research showing that omega-3 fats may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. And there's a tiny amount of omega-3 fats. One serving provides 0.08 grams of, that's pretty small, right? 80 milligrams omega-3 fatty acids. But it's on the label here and is one of the things that is advertised for in tuna fish. So I just wanted to relate to you these matters. Obviously, fats and their metabolism are medically a very important issue. And this tied in then to our last lecture, which considered